Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel and to another live stream. We're doing Wild West Online tonight because the founders' early access for the alpha is kind of live. I suppose it's been live for a couple of weeks now. I just haven't had the time to play it. So let's get in game. Let's see some of the changes here. Before that, I just want to say hi to everybody in chat. We got Punk in there, we got GG Meister, we've got Jay in there. I know Rico's lurking in there somewhere. Hello, everybody. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys had a good Sunday so far. Man, I've had a Marvel Heroes that was supposed to be shut down on Friday the 24th. I stayed up all night, as you guys know, and I did that stream as well, waiting for the 9 p.m. EST shutdown. Didn't happen, and that kind of just ruined my sleep. So I'm totally running on caffeine now, but we're gonna do this. Right, so Wild West Online, the last stream that I did was way back in September. It's been 2 months since the first Alpha 1 test. A lot of things have happened so far. For those of you that do follow the game, they do update regularly on their Facebook. So what they've done so far is they've added about 100 quests in the game. The last time we did this, there was no quests at all. So there was no PvE. It was all about a technical alpha test, so it's more of running around the world and checking out how the combat works, checking out how the gunplay works, how the bandit and the sheriff system works, which is just basically good and evil, and the whole bounty system thing. So this week, well, it's been going on for a while, but I'm going to be checking out the quests because that interests me. I want to see how the PvE actually works now that there's a quest system, and if there's actually any story at all. Because, again, if you guys follow me, you guys follow my review, story's pretty important for me. Although this is a PvP game, it's going to be heavily reliant on PvP, on the whole bandits and outlaws versus the sheriffs and their deputies in town. And then the third category of players will be the civilians, those who don't partake in PvP and just, do their crafting and their mining and stuff like that. So all that stuff is live. Let's just hope that there's a good amount of players on so we can see some of this stuff in action. Now, character customization was another part that they have apparently added more stuff in. I'm looking at the character creator here. The female gender is still locked, so that's unfortunate. But the males are here. I can't remember if this is more than the last time. I really can't. When I look at hairstyles, I don't remember. I mean, that's just one more hairstyle they added then, which is the bald head, which I'm pretty sure was there the last time as well. So there's not a whole lot of customization they've added to the character creator, unless they meant in-game with your clothing, because you can go to like a shop and change your outfit. And they also meant gun customization. They've added about 20 more guns into the game so far. So there's about 20-ish plus guns, and you can change the skin for it and everything. At the bottom here, you'll see facial features as well. You can have tattoos and stuff. That's currently locked. So I don't know what they mean when they said they've added more customization this time around. I certainly don't see it. Let's go ahead and create one guy. I don't know. Yeah, this guy looks pretty interesting. So we got the Asian dude here, who's so out of the way in terms of being a Wild West, setting. Having an Asian dude there, that's pretty cool. And then you've got the sort of like the red Indian looking dude, and a normal. So I'm gonna pick the Asian dude just for shits and giggles, and we'll make him bald as well. Name as usual, Jeremy Adrian, and let's go ahead and jump in. If I recall, the loading screen is gonna take a while. Oh, here we go. What's this screen about? This is new. All right, so I'm just seeing what I'm looking at here. We have a server down here. We've got 2 different servers. We've got one in the US East and one more in the EU. The ping for both is not great, but I'm going to stick with the US because the ping's obviously better. You can see there, 2 stars. I have a group as well. I'm level 1. So there's a new XP system that they've added to Wild West Online, which is good to see. Because in the previous round, there wasn't really anything there. So at least now there's like some progression or something. I guess the more players you kill, probably the more XP you can get, or it has to do with some of the questing that you're going to be doing. So we'll go and check that out. Group. I am in a group of no one right now, but I can add some friends, so that's pretty cool. Friends are already in the game. I don't have any that play Wild West Online, so I'm going to be doing this solo. And what else we got? Time played, total 2 hours and 57 minutes. I guess that carried over from the last time I streamed, way back in Alpha 1. I got my backpack here, Global Vault. This is how honorable your character is. Honor will affect how vendors and NPCs interact with you. That's pretty interesting. Okay, we'll see what that's all about. And this is how famous your character is. Maintaining high fame will garner a discount from most vendors. Now, I'm trying to figure out how, what that entails. Does that mean being a notorious bandit or stuff like that? Let me just turn on the music real quick. Okay, we'll jump into game. And then I'll take a quick look at the keybinds because I've totally forgotten anything. Hassan has donated $5. Keep up the good work, he says. Thank you very much, Hassan. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. You just made my night. That's awesome, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to be jumping in right now. Awesome. Do you play... Any of you guys play this game, Wild West Online? Do you play it, Hassan? No cowgirl, says Hassan. That's funny. We got Adrian in chat. Hello, Adrian. I love your videos. Shout out from France. Awesome. France. Always want to visit. What's on my bucket list? Maybe someday. But that's cool. Thank you. I was just trying to think of a French word to say. Didn't come to mind. Gigi Macho says, damn, no boobies. Yes, that unfortunate. Punk says, female gender lock triggered. Yeah, I mean, I've been checking out the forums in the past week or so, and it's not really something that a lot of people discuss or whatever, but the number one thing that people seem to be arguing about is the whole bandit versus the sheriff system, the good and bad. People want bandits and outlaws to be punished for griefing. Apparently griefing is a big thing in Wild West Online. Okay, here we go. We're in game. So this, for those of you that are looking at Wild West Online for the first time, what this game is, it's a third-person, sort of, I don't want to say open world because it's not exactly open world, but it's pretty much a survival-type MMO without the RPG, because I don't know if there's going to be like a very theme park-style questing system. We know that quests has been added in now, but it's pretty much sandboxy, so a lot of it's down to player freedom and what you want to do in this world. I'm just trying to get my bearings here. Let me just check my keybinds real quick so I am up to speed. Okay, WASD to move as usual. Sprint is the left shift. Equip last weapon is Q. Awesome. Shoot left mouse button. Aim right mouse button. That's pretty much standard fare. Equip weapon left control. Calling horse H. Okay, great. Show nearby activities. Y. That's new. So let's hit the Y button. There we go. Okay, great. So now we can totally see what's around us. That looks like a bank over there. That's a clothing store. I'm going to hit there first. But if I remember, tab is my inventory. And now we can see what I have. I do have a gun. That's cool. So I'm starting with a gun. I've got medicine. And these are all just going to replenish your health if you got shot. From what I remember from the last time I streamed this, if you get shot, you can bleed. And when you're bleeding, you do want to heal up or you're pretty much going to die. So, let's hit the Q button. Nope, didn't do anything. How about the control button? Yeah, there we go. So, control button is going to bring up this little panel here, and then you're just going to hover over what you want. So, you want a gun. That's your gun right there. And now I am equipping my gun. Look at that. Asian dude with a gun. Don't mess with us. Right mouse click to zoom, and left to fire. I don't have any bullets. I'm going to hit the R key to reload right now. There we go. Awesome. Alrighty, let's just check the clothing store real quick before I go look for quests. Except there's nothing to click. So it's still kind of buggy, I guess. Not cool. Not cool, yo. Never mind then. M will open up your map and you can totally see where you are in the world. This is pretty much... I think they've opened it up a little bit to the west side of whatever this place is called. I think previously you could only just explore this part, but now they've opened up the whole western side as well. So I am in the town of Vanebank, so that's new. They've added names now to the little settlements and whatever, so I guess I can just go on and explore and look for quests. Don't see a whole lot of people around. And if there is people around, I'm going to use the in-game voice chat to just roleplay and just piss people off. Let me just see what the control for that is. We got taunt. We got taunt buttons. That's nice. But where's the push to talk? There we go. Push to talk is T. Awesome. Gotcha. Couple of new stuff up here as well. We got the horse. Oh, hello. That's the horse menu, which is pretty new. You can totally change the horse coat if you wanted to. That's nice. I'm gonna go with that. That looks cool. No, I'm gonna go with black. And then you can change the saddle as well. Nice. Alright, that's cool. They've added horse customization skills. Coming soon. Well, they did add a progression system because I did see XP, right? So I'm guessing they're going to add more stuff here. Oh, another new menu here. We've got achievements in game, mine 100 gold nuggets. What else we got? Use 30 lockpicks to open chests, kill 100 civilians or deputies. And some of these do give you XP. Look down here. So that's all part of the progression already. 2,500 XP, and some of these varies. And wow, that's like $1,000 for what? Travel on foot or horseback for 1,000 miles. That's pretty easy. You just fly halfway across the map and come back, and you've got $1,000. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Story, that's what I like to see. We got story panel here, but I have no quests, so I'm gonna go look for quests right away. We've got events as well. I do remember seeing on Wild West Online's Facebook page that they have added 2 new public events. Not sure what they are. We'll go find them. Got errands as well, errands and exploration. So a whole bunch of stuff added now. Now it's just a matter of going around and finding them. H is the horse key, and that's the horse that I have just customized. The E button is your interactable, and now I gotta remember how to learn how to control this. WASD as well. Awesome. So Vane, what's the name of this town again? Vane Bank is where I'm at. There's no one here. It's just me alone so far. I do see like a star in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and check what that is all about. That could be like the sheriff's office. Oh, I just went the other way. Yep, that is the sheriff's office. Hello, sheriff. What do you got for me? Become a deputy. So I see you're interested in upholding the law around these parts. How about I give you this shiny deputy badge so that you can show all these folk that you're keeping the peace around here. Carrying a deputy's badge will help you locate most wanted players much easier than as a civilian. You can retire your badge by returning to me at any time. Alright, this simply means that how do you become a outlaw or bandit? If you want to be the bad guy, all you got to do is go out in the world and kill other players that are innocent, or you can steal stuff and pick locks, break into houses and stuff, rob a bank, and that's going to get you a most wanted tag or an outlaw tag. So to counter those type of players, other players can go into the sheriff's office and become a deputy, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. So I've got one sheriff's badge, and at the top left of my screen you can totally see my sheriff's badge there. So I am now a deputy, and if any crime happens out in the world, I should be able to see the location or the last known location of a certain bandit. So it's my job to go out there and try to kill him. Now that's when PvP gets interesting, because I believe it's full loot on drop. So if I kill a bandit and he's got like $1,000 on him, and he's got a nice rifle or shotgun or whatever, I can pick it up. The only thing I'm not sure about is whether or not I then become the outlaw. So that's some mechanics that they're still trying to iron out. I haven't really seen a lot of that. I'm just going to check what the new guns are, and then I'll be checking it on chat. Hang on, you guys. Okay, so gun store, here we go. Last I remember... Alright, so now... In the first alpha, there were guns that were sold out, but this time around they've added level requirements. So some guns are going to be tied to your progression. That's interesting. I mean, I like it that way because it's something for you to work towards, and of course the other way to get them is to go out and steal or kill bandits and take their guns, assuming they've got better ones. That's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They said there were 20 guns added. I only see 10. Unless there are about 10 more that you can't actually buy from the gun store. Either they're achievement locked or you gotta find them out. Ammo, explosive. You got stuff here as well. Gun skins. That's pretty cool. You've got gun skins. I don't know what that is. The total price, I have no idea what that is. Gold bars. Okay, that's cool. Oh, gun paint kits. That's what it is. It says up here. You can trade with this guy, with the vendor, and you can sell stuff as well. Cool. Yeah, a little disappointed that the number of guns that you can buy is fairly limited because they said it was going to be 20 guns. All right, checking on chat here. Where did I last stop? Adrian says merci means thank you. Okay, I remember now. Merci beaucoup, right? That's the full. I'm just embarrassing myself, and I'm probably offending a lot of French people at the same time. But I'm learning. Hassanuddin says, you are welcome. I never played this game. Looking forward to watch it. This game has got so much. I mean, when I first heard about it, Wild West Online, the first thing that I thought, because from the posters and everything, there's another player. He's pretty fast. It did remind me of Red Dead Redemption, which is a Rockstar game that I'm deeply, deeply in love with. I hold it very dear to my heart because it's a pretty damn awesome game if you've never played Red Dead Redemption. And Wild West Online just looks like it from like sort of the press teaser photos that they showed. But of course, once you get into the first alpha, it's nothing like Red Dead Redemption because the engine that they're using, some of the graphics and how gameplay works and everything. But there's just something about it that I thought, you know what, we don't have a lot of Western MMOs, if any at all, ever. I don't think you can count WildStar as a Western MMO. That's like Western sci-fi. So this is like the true Western MMO that we have so far. So I was obliged to become a founder, pledge about 20 USD and just check it out, see what's up, and if it has the potential to be a really good game. So that's what I'm here for. Rico says, trying to eat a raw chili while watching. Why, Rico? Why are you doing that to yourself? Digimeister says, it's kind of like DayZ, or you can do quests and have everything saved after your first death. I would say it's more like DayZ. If you're gonna play as a civilian though, like you're not gonna take part in PvP, you're gonna just stay in town, you're gonna, hunker down and go do like normal PvP stuff, stay away from the fight, stay away from bandits and stuff. You won't lose your stuff when you die. And there's like safe houses, like you see all these little things here. These are safe houses where you can just go in there and stash your stuff, and nobody can break in. That's to my knowledge. So if you're smart, even if you're an outlaw, if you're smart, when you've picked up something super valuable, that's the first place you go to, or like sheriffs are gonna come and get you. Jay says, "Hail the red cap." Punk with a emoticon of some sort. That's supposed to be my hail salute thing. Hassanuddin asks, can you become a deputy and rob the bank? I think you can. That's the thing. So what I'll try to do here is because right now I am a deputy, so what I can do is probably look for another player and try to shoot him. And I'm pretty sure I'll drop my deputy status and take on a bandit status. So I think you can double cross each other because there is... it's sandboxy in that way where you can say that you're part of the good guys, but you can then backstab your fellow law people and just join the bandits. So that's pretty fun. Carlos Enrique says, good morning, greetings from Brazil. Good mornings to you. Awesome, Brazil. We got people from all over tonight. That's awesome. Rico says the other 10 are in RNG boxes. I wouldn't be surprised, Rico. Because for all we know, it's still in alpha right now. We don't know what kind of microtransactions that's going to be coming to this game. I'm stuck. And again, this is alpha. So everything that you see in here is going to be changing. It's still in development. So I'm looking around for quests and I don't see anything. So I'm just going to go and move to the next town. Let's go north. Place navigation point, which is control and left click. I'm just gonna point somewhere there. Let's just go pretty far and see if we stumble across anything. Either an open event or people running across. Oh, I just discovered Boulder Ridge and I got some XP for that. Nice. So 500 more XP to like level 2, and then I wonder what's gonna happen. And I wonder what I look like to bandits right now, because I do have a deputy's badge, but I don't think If you're an outlaw, you can't really tell. But if someone's stealing stuff in the landscape, I should be able to see that, or it totally beats the purpose, right, of having a deputy badge. From what I can tell, from the first alpha that I took part in 2 months ago, performance-wise, this is super smooth. I mean, my FPS is not great. It hovers between like 40 to 50. You can see in the top right of the screen there in red. That's my FPS. Even though it's like fluctuating a lot, this is actually way smoother than what it used to be. So that's good to see. Animations are not great. I think a lot can be done for animations. My horse has a stamina bar now. Alright, check it in chat. We got Gabriel Sinclair in there. Hey Gabriel, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. He says, Jeremy Adrian, is this another Infestation Survivor Stories? Oh boy, it's gonna be Sergei Titov disaster. Dude, see, that's the thing, right? When I bought my Founders Pack, and then I was checking in the forums and everything, and then somebody brought up this thread saying, hey, this game is by Sergei Titov, which was the guy who did that stupid zombie game. I don't know if that's the one, but it's the one where your assets were stolen off Google, and they got bad reviews from like Jimquisition, and he and his studio issued like a takedown for some of the YouTube videos and stuff. Just a plain garbage asshole. And apparently he is not involved in Wild West Online, so I don't know if he's actually part of this game or not. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. But that's a good point. People are still debating that. I still don't know if he is actually part of this game's development. From what I've seen so far, no one seems to know. But if it is another, zombie game like that, then that kind of sucks. At least he's got better graphics, though. Alright, I've been riding around for like 2 minutes now. It's just a freaking ghost town. I haven't seen another player. I'm in another part of town. I'm in the Elder Bluff now. Still nothing. And again, hitting your Y key now will show you activities on the landscape in white. There's nothing here for me to do, so I'm just going to move on. Also, as part of your civilian life, if you open up your tab, under one of these tabs you will have like a mining pick. There you go, miner's pickaxe. If you come across like gold ores on the landscape, you can go and harvest that, and then I'm not sure where you sell it to. Hang on, I just saw like a flower down there. Oh! Level up. I'm level 2. Let's find out what level 2 does. Nothing. But I do have some infamy now, or some fame. It's up to like 24. So I guess the more XP you gain in the world, the more fame you get. Funny how that works, though. I would have loved to see like what kind of skills they were working on. Even though if it's just like the first couple of skills, at least give us a snippet, because I can see like 3 different categories here. I hope one of them is like horse training, where you can train your horses to be better at whatever, jumping, or move faster, or turn faster. I don't know, I'm not a horse guy, so I can't really tell what would you call those skills for your horses, but that would be cool. I just put a custom marker down there, so I'm just gonna head to where I was heading. Because if memory serves me right, there is a big town up there. Interesting stuff in chat right now. What's happening? Jay says, damn, is Jerem playing the up-to-date version of RuneScape? We got St. Patrick in there. Says, hey, today you will get free crown crate on ESO if you play. Yep, I've already logged in all 3 days. I've already killed 3 monsters. I am pretty much set to get all my 3 crown crates. I'm going to take a shortcut here. Yes, I got the free mount. I got everything, guys. Trust me. I am really up to date on stuff in the MMOs world. Don't worry. If it's free, I'm all over it. Like, if an MMO tells me, like, I remember, oh man, I think it was last year or something, Rift was like, oh, we're giving away something for free, and even though I wasn't playing Rift at the time, I downloaded the game, logged into my old account, and still claimed that free goodie bag. That's how much of a freeloader I am. I mean, shit, if it's free, take it, right? Okay, that mountain in the distance. This area is not playable yet. Turn back, explorer. Okay. Hint taken. Or what? You'll kick me out of the game? So yeah, it's a ghost town so far. I've been riding around looking for anything. Somebody. Anybody. Nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna follow this path. I see like a wrench up there. What? Invisible wall. Alright, so they do mean it when they say I can't go there, so let's follow this path into town. Crap, I can't find anything to do. Yippee-ki-yay. Gigi Meister says, environment reminds me of Black Desert Online. I have not. I've only done the BDO character creator. I haven't really actually been into Black Desert Online per se, like the environments and everything. So I can't really tell, but it can't be that great. I mean, these graphics. What am I on? Ultra high, high, high on medium. Sky detail medium, high, high, high medium. I mean, it's all right, I suppose. If you're talking about environment, yeah. Let me just take a quick look around with the Y key. Let's see what's up. I see like a bottle there. So that's a saloon. Let's go in. I'm eager to shoot stuff. I've been riding around looking for something. Nothing's here. What do you got? My voice is getting really rough. Care for a drink, stranger? For $1? No. Can we play poker yet? Can we? No. Because in the first alpha, like in one of the towns I was in, you could I saw like a poker table. I saw like a there was another gambling type game that you can play. That was pretty cool. Can I shoot him? No, and there was like some delay when I fired that. Where the hell is everybody? What am I missing? Am I in like the wrong part of the world? Let's go north. Let's go here. I think there should be like a town up there somewhere, based off memory. Just need to scroll my chat down here. Carlos says the company say this is the Sergey engine, but only this. Ah, okay. So this game is based on Sergey's zombie game engine. That makes sense because. In some ways it kind of plays similarly. I see that now. It's just that the environments look a lot more polished because of course it's 2017. His zombie game was like what, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. But if all they're doing is using his engine and he's not part of the game, then that's totally fine by me. I'm more interested in whether or not my money is well spent being a founder. So far from this alpha, I haven't seen anything yet that justifies me spending 25 USD for like a founder's pack. They said again 100 new quests. I haven't seen any. Come on, don't let me down. I want to get my money's worth. Crichton Herald, hey, Crichton Herald, what's up? Unreal Engine. I'm not exactly sure. About the, but I don't think it's the Unreal Engine. Okay, I see a big town over there. I'm heading in. Westport, new place discovered. So just running around the map and just discovering places will earn you XP. So if you are that type of player, then hey, look at that. This guy's got something on his head. That's a quest. I'm pretty sure that's a quest. That has to be a quest. Awesome. Finally. After like 10 minutes of this. Okay, so hitting the Y key here. We got a gun store. We have a bank, sheriff's office. That looks like a vault as well. That is a saloon. And we got Henry and Dr. Hart's here. So we have a couple of quests to take. Let's go talk to Henry first. Please let there be voiceovers and narration or voice acting for this, please, please. Oh, well, I'll do it. Westport. Somebody's gone and broken a water spigot at the Tiago Ranch to the far east of here. It's the third time this month. Could you head over there and repair it for me? I really wonder why it keeps getting broken. Return to me once you fixed it. $25 reward and 200 XP. Alright, Henry, I'll take that for you. Well, that kind of sucks. I mean, I think I was... Oh, hey, look, it's another player. Hello there, Pale Rider. How you doing? Can you hear me? I'm using the in-game push-to-talk button to talk to him. He's replying me in-game chat, but that's blocked by my webcam, so I'm kind of hoping he'd talk back. I like your hair. You've got nice hair, son. I ain't got no hair. Yeah, it's not working. He doesn't want to interact with me. That's fine. I'm totally just being annoying right now. All right, Dr. Hearts, what do you got for me? Westport, times have gotten quite tough for everyone lately. Medicine supplies are at an all-time low. Could you fetch me black sage plants? I don't even know what black sage looks like, but all right, I guess I'll pick up your quests. So the first two quests that I stumble across in Wild West Online is a fetch quest and a fix quest, which is technically a fetch quest. So, I mean, was I supposed to expect something different? I guess I put my hopes really, really high in terms of what kind of quests I would get, and I guess that's a mistake. But again, it's still an alpha. They may just make it better in quality. Just checking here if there's any other quests I should be aware of. There's a new looking thing here. It's got a table icon. Let me just see what that is. What are ye? Open the crafting menu. They did not talk about crafting, so I am interested to see. Ah, come on. Not available yet. All right. Okay. Okay, let's go do that. Let's go do some quests. What's my quest log? J? Yep. Story. There we go. So we've got the quest log here. The broken water thing is the first one I picked up, so I'm just going to do that first. I see a thing over here that's probably going to toggle the tracker. So I'm tracking that right now, I believe. Is that going to be showing on my map? No, actually, it's not. So that means I've got to go find it. Old school style exploration, baby. Okay, let me see. To the far east of here. Far east. Far east. Let's just put the marker there and let's go. I'm just going to guess that's where it is. Then we'll navigate from there. So I guess, you know, if you don't... Not a lot of hand-holding here. Read the quests. Especially the one about Black Sage, man. I do not know what Black Sage looks like. So, and like, the wilderness is like so vast, right? So for me to like stop and look at plants is going to be like a pain in the butt. I'm probably not going to do that quest. Carlos says, Nightshade game engine from Sergey. War Z. Yep, there we go. That's the name I was looking for. The War Z. The one where, you know, the animations of you hitting zombies over and over again, just... It's horrible. Gabrielle Sinclair says, oh, level up. I am now level 3. Yippee-yay. Still can't do anything with it, so I shouldn't really get excited now if I'm leveling up. I see another horse here. That means there is a player in the vicinity. Okay, that's kind of stupid. So I'm on my horse, right? And if I'm looking that way and I dismount, I turn the other way. Okay, didn't happen that time, but... Alright, we got a farmer. What do we got? Red Silver Ranch. I left some mining equipment up in the hills to the northeast. Could you bring it back to me? Reward 75 XP and 2 bandages. No. Because the other one... The one I'm doing right now is like 500 XP. That's like way more lucrative than whatever this guy. That's 200 XP, so and 25 bucks. Are you giving me any money? No money. No money, no honey. Because if you want to buy guns and if you want to, buy ammunition to reload your guns, you're gonna need money, and that is pretty hard to get in here, especially on prime time and when there's like lots of bandits griefing you and taking your stuff. It's not a pleasant experience. You're gonna lose all your stuff, especially if you don't like visit a safe house or anything. It could turn out really, really bad. This looks in the last stream, this was where I came and was pretty much giving another player grief because of he was mining and I was just bothering him. Let me see if I can mine some stuff. So that's my miner's pick. Nothing's happening. So this is probably not a ore of any value. I suppose it's not gold. So this part is kind of like Ark, and this animation is not great. I mean, it's bringing back the War Z memories all over again. Just watching that. That's. I hope they improve that because that's not fun to look at. Do I have a bag? Do I have an inventory? Can I check? Do I have any ore? No. So this is not a rock that you want to be wasting your time on. Back to my pistol. Let's move on. The Crichton Herald says Google Sergey. Yeah, yeah. He has a pretty rich history. Nobody likes him. Gabriel Sinclair says, yeah, that's what I'm noticed by doing some Google search and what other YouTuber talks about this game. Man, I just want it to be fun, because when you take that risk and when you pay for something that's in development, it's a risk. But I just wanted to succeed because I am passionate about MMOs, and regardless of I want to see MMOs succeed. Okay, we have another farmer here. Let's see what this guy has to say. Out of traps. I seem to also be having some trouble with rabbits and other critters lately. Could you bring me a small animal trap? 200 XP. No, I'm not gonna do that. If there's no cash reward, in my opinion, there's no point in doing the quests. So now I can understand why when they said on Facebook that they added in 100 new quests, if those are the quality of the quests, I'm not happy. Those aren't quests. There's no story to it. Like his name was Farmer, right? I mean, if his name was like, I don't know, Billy or Bob or something, put some personalities on these NPCs in the game, so at least, because you're going to be visiting a lot of places, right? And if your NPCs in your towns and stuff have no names, they're forgettable, which means their quests are probably forgettable too, because there's no connecting story or there's no connecting narrative that's going to, give you something to latch onto when you first get there and when you're doing the quest for them. So that kind of just takes away some of the fun for it. I mean, again, from a PvE perspective, that's what I feel. If I was PvPing, I probably wouldn't care at all because I probably wouldn't even be doing quests. I'll be out there trying to hunt for players and trying to, stalk players and grief them. Speaking of which, let me just see if there's anything in here that I can steal, and let's see if that actually gets rid of my deputy's badge here. So hitting the E button here, I'm going to steal this that looks like a medicine of some sort. So I've just taken a snake oil. I've stole that, but my badge is still up. So that means I think I'm good to go. I think I can steal more stuff. Let's see if there's anything else in here I can steal. Yep, that's ammunition right there. Shotgun. That's a shotgun buckshot. I hope there's a shotgun in here somewhere, because that'll be cool. I don't want to be using my revolver forever. Can we open that? No. Side table, anything? Yep. What's that? Stomach bitters. I'm just getting medicine right now, which you can sell if you wanted to. That's a chest right there. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. I forgot how to do that. Shit. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I gotta hit the W key. I see it now. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do it again. I got this. Oh, god damn it. Shit. Gotta wait for it to turn green. Oh, no! Damn it! How many do I have? I've got 2 more. Come on, come on, come on. W, 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 W. What did I get? Oh, I just lost my badge. I have a 3-minute timer right there that says I'm a bandit right now, and I probably want to go and hide somewhere or get ready to defend myself, I suppose. Am I on the map? Not really, but I can't tell if there's any like deputies on the map or whatever, so let's see if anybody comes for me. Can I kill NPCs? Nope. There we go. There's somebody right there. Oh. 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 Didn't even hear him shoot. So, that's how fast people come to me. Is he gonna loot my stuff? Yeah, it's probably... He's bleeding. I got him. So at least I shot him. If you guys can see that, he's totally bleeding right now. But he just took my stuff. Ugh. Alright, so now, in terms of respawn options, you've got nearby cabin, you've got house, you've got group, and you got world. I've only got world. So I've just respawned. I have no idea where I respawned. Pretty nearby, actually. That's the place where I was in, where I got shot, or where I stole something, and you know. So now I've lost my badge. I've also lost my bandit status, my outlaw status. So I can have 2 choices now. I can either go and kill him back and become an outlaw again, or I could just deal with the fact that I lost my stuff. So he totally took my gun there. He took everything, so I now start with nothing. I don't even know if I've got cash, if I got gold or not. He took my gold maps, he took my medicine, so as an outlaw, you just want to be... Oh, hang on. At the very top right here, there's a timer, 1518. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. And I've got 124 bucks. Or that's a $124 bounty on my head. So that's what I'm not sure of. I'm still figuring out. This is only the second time I've been streaming this, so I'm gonna head back to town. The town where I picked up the first quest, because I've already done that, and I believe I can turn that in, right? Yep, return for reward. So good to see that my horse is still here, and good to see that it still does that thing where when I summon my horse, it spawns like half the world away. That's kind of stupid. I was kind of hoping they fixed that. So somebody on the road. Somebody on the road. If that's the guy that killed me, I'm chasing him down and I'm gonna use my fists to fight him. Oh no! I just jumped off a cliff and I'm stuck. Can I go down here? Can I go to the bushes? Yeah. He's probably gone by now. Yeah. Damn it. Oh well. That was something at least. If you're feeling bored and you're wondering if there's players about, just go steal stuff. You'll get the bandit icon, and you know they'll be drawn to you like the flies. So I'm gonna make a detour here just to see if there's anything I can pick up, like a chest in there or something for a gun. Nope, don't see anything. So back to town. Alrighty, checking in on chat here. Gabriel says it used the same buggy Nightshade engine. And Rico says Sheriff Juan. Sheriff Juan. I'm sure that name's taken, buddy. Am I going the right way? Oh, hell. Yeah, Westport. That's where I want to go. Just putting my... Why did I dismount? Custom waypoint there. So it's easier to see with the whole blue icon and everything. You know what? The lack of background music in this game is super jarring. It's so jarring. Like, it's just so silent. All I hear is my horse. There's no wind blowing. I don't know if you guys can hear like the background thing, but there's no wind blowing. There's no subtle little music or, you know, just something to spice up the gameplay a little bit, especially when you're entering a town for the first time. You'll have a nice sweeping guitar, you know, kind of Western music that just welcomes you in. That will probably, I don't know, I like that kind of thing. Even though it's like, if it's supposed to be a real, like, and be like a real sandbox game or anything, I can understand that, but, you know, at least have the little bits and things, because everything else so far that I've done, like the questing and everything, it's kind of uninspiring. I have to admit, it's not exactly what I was expecting. I was kind of hoping for a story too, you know, but that's really putting too much expectation on these developers for this kind of game, at least. I don't know. We'll see. This is a certainly long ride back to town. Come on, boy. Come on. Is that like an auto run key? There must be an auto run key. Yep, there we go. Numlock, auto run. That's the one thing that MMOs have taught me. It's the numlock. All right, checking in on the chat. We got Ray Production in there. Hey, Ray. Sorry if I'm getting to you late. My chat wasn't scrolling for some reason. He says, nothingness in between content is not ideal for an open world game. I agree. They're supposed to be like open world. There's like 2 public events apparently that they've added, but I don't know where they are. So I think, you know, they want you to explore the world a little bit, like come across the towns like in the middle or something when they appear. Let me just turn this in. Hopefully there's like something here. Oh, come on. There wasn't even a screen to tell you, oh, thanks for bringing me that thing, you know, good job, son, or whatever. You something. There's nothing there. That was bland as hell. Because I rode halfway across the map. I got shot. I did the objective. I got killed. I rode all the way back, and you know that's the sort of thank you I get. That's so unfulfilling, y'all. At least that's how I feel right now. I'm just gonna take out my anger on this guy. Hey, Baylor Rider, stop right there. I said stop. I can't hit him in town. But there's like a cashier here. I probably have cash, right? So I could go back and buy my gun. But I'll check it in chat because I'm totally missing on what you guys are saying. Acer Annoying says, wow. Punk says, I would just go into the mountains, shoot someone, then jump off. Gabriel says, sad, you have to spend like $25. Only to get so little content. It's like RM 100 worth of weeks of food. That's exactly it. I mean, I knew what I was getting into when I decided to do this, simply because of, you know, just interest in it. But I don't know. I'll give it some time. I can't remember when their expected release is for Wild West Online, so I'll give him some time. Jay says, just pointing upwards at what Gabriel was saying. Hassan says, lol. Derp. Oh, man, I can't pronounce your name, man. I'm just going to call it Derp. Says, shoot him in the back. Jay says, oh, look, Jeremy's doing his sex offender voice again. Oh, boy. Jay says, you know, F this, play some ESO. That's not what I had in mind, bro. because this is the only time I'm gonna jump into this, and then next week onwards it's all World of Warcraft. So this is like the only time I get to like check in on the games that I haven't really had a chance to play or that's currently in development and stuff like that. So when there's like a break between MMO reviews, finished the Never Winning One last weekend, so this was like my free weekend, and next weekend we're gonna start World of Warcraft. Woot woot. So just jumping into stuff that I don't really play often. ESO will come in time. Those can be like late night Saturday chills for next week maybe. Narish in chat. Hey Narish, how you doing, bro? How's your SPM going, bro? Have you been studying hard? Wishing you all the best, man. Crichton Harold says, have a lovely stream. I have to meet some guildies. Thank you, Crichton Harold. Appreciate you dropping by. Much appreciated. What else we got? Chemistry paper tomorrow. Narish, awesome, dude. Sorry I'm getting to you late, but all the best. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Gabriel says, sorry if I'm ruining your fun. I intend to do so, bro. I can feel your bio-remorse. Bio-remorse. It's not so much bio-remorse as if then, you know, if this turns out to be like real shitty, then this is my PSA to other players out there, just to let you know what you should be expecting. Again, what are you expecting? I knew it was going to be a sandbox of some sort because that's what it was marketed as, and PvP was going to be a huge factor here in this game. It's just that I was interested to see the world building in this, like what happens in towns, what can you do in towns, like just besides the whole bandit and sheriff thing, and you know, picking up bounties and stuff. I kind of expected something more, but apparently that's all players are interested in so far, besides just the exploration. There's also like mining and stuff that you can do for gold. That's really, really lucrative, and I know that because I've seen people do it. That's just not my playstyle, you know, just running around with a pickaxe and just getting ores and stuff. That's not something I want to spend my time doing. So, sorry, I forgot to go to the gun shop. I need to pick up a new gun. That bastard took mine, so I'm gonna need mine back. Gun store, where you be? Right here. I am in town and I've got the blue badge again. That I don't know what that means. Probably just a civilian again. Alright, man. What do you got for me? I'm not level 5 yet, so I can't really buy this one. You can see the stats here. They all have different stats. You got damage here, and well, the damage is pretty much the same, and you're paying an extra like $300 for this. What's the difference? The reload time is the difference, and fire rate. There's recoil here, but honestly, I did not feel that in the first stream. I did not feel that in this stream, so I don't know what recoil you're talking about. So CT equalizer. This is a revolver. I'm gonna need revolver ammo. You've got a bunch of different ammo here. You got this and this and this. I'm probably gonna go with the cheapest one. So that leaves me with $100. That's fine. Now I'm in the mood to kill, so let's go kill. Let's go hunt. We've done the questing. I don't like the questing. At least for this particular town. It's just talking to farmers and shit, and I'm stuck again. Come on. Oh, hell. You're kidding me, right? I'm stuck between the horse feeder and a lamppost. Are you guys watching this? Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna check in on chat real quick. We got Pio Tross in there. Hey Pio, sorry if I get your name wrong. It says bad animations, player, and horse. The horse I don't mind too much. I mean, I've in terms of the riding, in terms of controlling your horse, because I'm actually using the WASD, and then you can use your mouse as well to steer the horse. So I kind of like the horse movements. It's the player movements that I got a problem with, because as we were talking about earlier in chat, this is based on an engine from a guy whose game was real POS, real piece of shit. So to see that important here is not really, I don't know. Gosh. GG Maestro says, internet paying up here, storms about. Hassanuddin says, don't need much graphic to play Dota. Who's playing Dota? I'm a horrible MOBA player. If anybody wants to invite me to a game of Dota, I will have to decline, unfortunately. Nara says, at me all, Steam URL and ID Royal Space Guy. Punk and Jay are arguing about Dota and Hello Kitty Online. We got Ralph in there. Hey, Ralph, what's up? Says, maybe the GTX 1060 is not great, but the core system is a beast. Derb says, at least it seems to be performing quite okay. You're talking about in-game? Yeah, I mean, it's way better than the first stream, the first alpha, I guarantee you. Wow, how far behind am I in the chat? You guys are telling me to punch him and shoot him and... St. Patrick says, did you play Clockwork City? Was the story good? I have not played Clockwork yet. I actually haven't even bought it. I still have my crowns intact because I've been so busy. I'm not sure how many of you guys noticed, but I put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put out 6 videos in less than about 10 days. That's a lot of work, and I did not have time to play at all, and the most time I spent playing a game was actually Marble Heroes, so I haven't really spent time playing that, but I'm hoping to get a good break in between my WoW, World of Warcraft leveling streams and stuff, so this week actually is oh look, we have a bandit here, holy crap. But I don't think you can shoot him in town. You gotta wait for him to get out of town, so I'm gonna ambush him. Like, I'm gonna wait outside of town. Wait for him to pass by and they'll let loose. Oh, not again. Not again. You're kidding. Holy shit. Alright, back to chat. Ray Production says, killing is my business and business is good. Ray says, when you get stuck in between a water throw and a lamppost, RIP. That's exactly what this is. Oh, okay, I'm free again. Gosh, so whenever you get stuck there, you just gotta wait for like 2 minutes and then it gets free. So I'm actually waiting for that bandito to come out here so I can shoot him. Can I ride my horse indoors? No. Let's follow that guy. What's his name? Mendes. Hey, Mendes, get back here. Hey, stop swinging. Where are you going? Turn around, Mendes. There we go. Nope, don't hit me. If you want to fight, let's take it outside. Hey, where are you going? Over here. Come here, boy. Really? We can't fight in town. We can't fight in town. We gotta get out. Follow me. Nice and easy. Doesn't want to, so I gotta go find my own fun. On to the next town, perhaps. Let's see what's out there. Next town is... oh, there we go. So that's what a bandit looks like on the landscape. I think. A reward. I'm going to set that right there. And we'll go get him. Oh, Christ almighty. That's the 3rd time. I'm just going to spawn my horse far away from that. Nope, I'm not going back there. Nope. He's just going to get stuck again. I'm still in town, so that didn't count. I thought I got a pretty good headshot there, but apparently not. What a way to welcome someone back from the wilderness, right? You just shoot him as he rides into town, and I'll get all his stuff. He seemed to be wearing some pretty good clothes, though. Ooh, we got a bandit over there. Is he mining? I think he's mining. So instead of shooting him, I'm just gonna go all diplomatic and talk to him using the push talk button. Hello there. I'm just passing through. Please don't shoot me. I just came to see what's up. What are you doing in the bushes? Good sir, can you hear me? I can see you in there. Chipori, is that your name? Why are you hiding in the bushes, man? You know, we can all see your bandit badge, right, on the map. This is not a good idea, sir. You may want to log out. Hey, where are you going? I was just getting to know you. Sir. Well, I did warn him. Everybody could see him. Even Mendez. Hey, Mendez, good to see you. I chased him off, but I can shoot you. Gotcha. But nothing dropped. But I have a bandit's thingy now, so I probably might want to get out of here. If I can find my horse, that is. Horse. No. If my horse is back there in town, there's no way in hell I'm going back there. I just shot somebody. That does not make any sense, man. I'm gonna have to run through the run through the trees here, because I'm sure as hell gonna be found out. Okay, just past this bush and I'll get on my horse. I see my horse. It's just down there. No, he's not just down there. Where the hell's my horse? Yeah, so they still haven't fixed this bullshit where your horse just spawns like so far away. That just does not make any sense. I don't understand why they do that. Right, on we go after that bandit. I'm a bandit myself, so people are actually probably following me right now, because I am on the map. I could just bump into someone right now, and we'll have a gunfight. Let's set a new waypoint. Let's go to the. Let's go somewhere here. Checking chat. Your Jay says shoot him and loot him. You had one job, Sharam. Nick says for ESO. Hassan did say shoot first, talk later. Nara says mug mug mug. Rico says Mendez. Teabag him. I don't know how to. I know there's like a taunt button, but I don't know how to. I forgot what the keybind was. Gigi Meister says per Mendez. Jay says why do you shoot Mendez? Because he was punching me in town, and I told him if you want to take it outside. He just ran away from him, so I just capped him in the back. Seemed like a fair deal, no? It's not like I've got anything valuable on me anyway, or on him for that matter, because nothing dropped. But then again, he was a civilian in that scenario, whereby if you're a civilian and like somebody kills you, I don't think your stuff drops. Whereas in my case, now I'm a bandit. If I have like super valuable items on me right now, and if somebody kills me, my stuff will drop. So that's the kind of thing that's happening right now. And if you go to like the forums right now, the Wild West Online forums, there's a big debate going on about like what should the penalty be for griefers like bandits who do that kind of thing. Should they lose everything? Okay, this is where my checkpoint was, so I guess I'll go there. I actually have been up there already, so let's just keep moving south. Jesus, Mendes is a Jew's name. Punk says, okay then. Gabriel says, hey Jeremy, I suggest you buy They Are Billions if you want to support a good game that's still in development. It's zombie RTS game, and from what I heard, it's good. You know what, Gabriel? I've actually played that. It's pretty interesting in a sense that, you know, there's like a fog of war and everything, and you'll have. Sorry, I just saw another player who's probably out to get me. Do I have like a crouch button here? I know he's out there. I saw him right by. I can feel the suspense. There's only like 30 seconds left on my bounty. Coast clear. I guess nobody wants the small fry, which is totally fine by me. 8 seconds left on my bounty. Bounty's gone. I'm back to being a civilian. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get away with murder. That's how you get away with murder. Just get on your horse and run. The real challenge is, of course, playing with against the groups. When there's like outlaws of 2 and 3s and 4s that's hunting in packs. Those are gonna be super hard to like battle against, and especially if you are the harvesting type player, you're out there mining for gold and whatnot, and they come and gank you and grab your stuff. That can be super annoying, I suppose. So again, this is one of those games where, you know, playing with friends is obviously gonna be more beneficial than playing solo. Although you can play solo, some parts of it are fun. I mean that if you like role playing, this could totally be a decent role play game. So we've got Beckett here. I'm just gonna see what he has to offer. Beckett, you're new in town, right? I've got a shipment of black powder that just arrived. Could you run over to the general store and fetch me one of the barrels from the porch? Return to me once you've interacted with it for a reward. That's pretty easy. Stone Creek, a general store, barrel on the porch. That's easy. General store. That looks like the general store over there where Jimmy is. That's like one of the easiest quests you'll ever do here. Assuming. Oh, look at this guy. He is super dapper. Jose Wallace. General store. No, that's a telegraph office. Gunsmith. Credit loans. National Trust. General store's right there. I just missed it. Alright, barrel of gunpowder on the porch. There we go. That's not the porch. Your quest log has been updated. If that is it, that'll be like the easiest quest ever. Yep, that is it. That's an easy $25 you'll make. That can buy some ammo. So quests may suck in a sense that, you know, it's not rewarding, or it's uninspiring, or it's boring or whatever. But the ones that do give you money are the ones that you want to do. Just a tip: if you plan on playing Wild West Online, if you're gonna be a solo player, do the quests that. Oh, what the hell? It's repeatable. No, it's another quest. No, it's the same one. No. I have a task for you. Could you bring my barrel of supplies from the local sheriff station over to my fellow sheriff in Eastbrook? I drop it in the sheriff station. $25 for that. Let me just see where Eastbrook is. I don't have that explored yet, or I haven't unlocked it, so I have no idea where Eastbrook is. Checking in on chat. Punk and Jay, tone it down, you two. Tone it down. Rico says, Jimmy Janga. Jay says, shoot him. Nar says, shoot him in the knee. Let him suffer. Gabriel says, I've just joined your Discord, and if you need someone to GM a tabletop RPG online session with some of your real life friends, just hit me through Discord. All right, sure thing, man. Hey, just curious. So where are you based, Gabriel? You are in Malaysia, right? Based on my understanding, which part are you from? Because I've been thinking of everyone that's in or around the area. I thought we could one of these days just hang out, go for drinks, talk about MMOs, talk about games, stuff like that. That's one of the things I want to do. Just get closer to you guys, get closer to the community, and stuff like that. I've got a whole bunch of things planned for 2018 that I can't wait to share with you guys. All of you guys here on my channel and stuff. So that's gonna be fun. Quingnum says, "Are you going to play Living World Season 4?" Yes. In fact, the reason why I'm probably going to have to call it soon is because I have to go and work on a Living World Season 4 video where I'm going to be talking about my expectations for Season 4 as a whole and what I'd love to see Guild Wars 2 add to Season 4, upcoming Season 4. So that's something I'm working on. I'm also working on another Secret World video. So, oh man, I'm losing sleep over the amount of videos that I'm putting out lately, but it's all for the benefit of the channel. I really, really want to grow my channel. I think, I've been taking it easy in terms of the channel over the past few months, and I thought, I really want to give it a right go and just try and grow the channel as far as possible and put out quality content and, just have fun with you guys at the same time. So that's my plan here. Gabriel says, yes, Penang, I study here. Awesome, dude. Penang. Damn, that's far. I don't know. I was in Penang in March. Nars is Johor. Nix is in US SJ, which is where I am. Rico says Guild West Online. Clever, Rico. Always the clever one. Okay, so Dr. Randall, what do you have? The farmer at Sunrise Farm has a sick cow. Could you gather 5? Oh shit. Echinakia. Gosh. Echinakia plants and bring them to his farm. $50. $50 for a sick cow. I'll take that. But again, I have no idea what an Echinakia plant is. So you're gonna have to do a lot of exploring for some of these quests. Let's see what else you got. Local medicine men and shopkeepers are running low. There are special plants located in the nearby hills and valleys that we desperately need. Again, with the whole Black Sage thing. This Dr. Randall, isn't he the same doctor from the first town I was in? So he's totally making all players go look for Black Sage. And I can see what they're trying to do here. I think they're trying to make players crisscross across the town. So you go to one town, and one quest will have you go to another town. So that way. I heard gunshot. Which wasn't me. But yeah, which in a way helps with your exploration, helps with you getting XP to increase your profile and whatever, because later on you will have skills, and there's 3 different. Look at that tree! Holy shit! For a moment, it reminded me of Lord of the Rings when the ends start moving. I thought that tree was gonna walk. I swear to God. That was the spookiest thing I've seen. Probably a graphic glitch, but that was pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna try and look for the Black Sage because that quest is worth $50. And if I see another player, I'm just gonna shoot him. I try to spawn my horse. He has... Where is he? He's back in town. Oh well. Quingham says, I'm a tank. In what game though? I haven't really scrolled up. I'll check that out in a bit. GG Marshall says, aka Naisha. Queen says, so basically fetch quests. Yep, fetch quest. Most of it, most of the stuff that I've come across so far are all fetch quests. Gabriel says, Jeremy Adrian, but I leave in somewhere in Selangor, and usually I return home if there's some holiday or semester break. Cool, man. Just let me know in the Discord whenever you're home or whatever, and we'll work something out. Okay, off we go. Let's look for exotic plants. Okay, I have a history of getting stuck with lampposts and shit here. Right, so try and avoid riding your horses in like closed spaces. You don't want to do that. I got lucky that time. So what the hell am I supposed to look for? Like, what are the plants gonna glow? Like how like the first objective glow? Like you can see all these plants here in the landscape that are just out there. They're just out there. Can I pick them up? Are these what we're looking for? Is that a sage? Nope. So I totally failed my herbology class. Herbology. Isn't it like a Harry Potter subject? Herbology. So hills and valleys, right? That's where these plants grow. Oh man. Okay, this seems pretty promising. There's like a little camp here, and I'm gonna guess the reason there's a camp here is because these ore are valuable. Let's find out. Do you have my mining pick? No, my mining pick is gone. Damn it. There's nothing here for me to scavenge to. Can I pick that up? That looks like a decent weapon. Nope, I can't. It's probably... Oh. Howdy, sir. Probably just want to stare at my face and run off. But yeah, you know, those sort of interactions where you come across another player is very, very rare so far. It could also be like a time zone thing, because of course it's 10 p.m. for me where I'm at, but it could be like 10 a.m. over there, or even 9 a.m. in EST, and so time zone is probably going to be a thing. So this is definitely not prime time, so not a lot of people are on. So yeah, take that into consideration. There's two servers. There's the US server and there's the EU server. It's probably more active on the EU server, thinking about it now. So in that regard, there's not a lot for me to do here if I want to, you know, play with other people or do some PvP. I mean, you can have those one-off chances where you bump into a player and you just shoot him, and you can start like a local rivalry thing where, you know, he chases you and kills you back, and you go and do the same thing over and over again. That can be pretty fun if that's your kind of thing, but it's just not mine. So, and it doesn't help that the quests or the missions are that bad in terms of being fetch and just having absolutely no character, no quality to it. No, it's not memorable at all. They say they've added 100 quests, but if those are the quality of the quests, then gosh, I will not be doing them. I'm just gonna go to that smoke over there and see what's up. If someone's cooking lunch. Oh, stutter. I just got stutter. FPS is fine though. Okay, sweet. My lucky day. We have a chest in there, which is empty. Gah. Steel rifle ammo. Oh, I'll check in on chat here. Gigi might just say, "Don't go near the tree; it might eat you." Narish says, "I think your horse is autistic." Rico says, "Plants versus zombies: Dawn of the Garden Warfare." Acer Knowing says, "9:20 a.m. for you." Awesome. So it's probably EST over there for you. Narish says, "RM79 for Morrowind is still expensive for me. Isn't it 50% off, dude? Isn't it like half price? I remember. I think the Black Friday sale is supposed to go on all the way like Cyber Monday, so it's gonna go all the way to Tuesday morning our time, dude. So it's gonna be like 50% off until like Tuesday morning. So if it's 79, I don't remember it being that expensive. That's crazy. But yeah, Morrowind's totally worth it, dude. Totally worth it. I enjoyed it. I kind of left my warden class just halfway. And I do intend to go back sometime, but as it is with things in the channel, things move very very fast, and it's just become World of Warcraft thing now. And I am super excited for World of Warcraft. I mean, I've played like the tutorial, not the tutorial, the free version where you could only level until like 20 and then you just stop. You can't do anything. I've only got to like level 10 or something when I did like a first impressions vid like last year, I think, which really was crap because I was trying to cash in on the movie coming out, so I thought that could help my channel, make a World of Warcraft first impressions, which was kind of stupid because it's only been done to death. But now that I'm sort of have a good catalog of new player reviews, I thought, you know what, it's fate that you guys voted for it, because I think the timing's right. By the time I'm done with everything WoW, I've got a long break to go do other stuff and then come back at the end of 2018 for the Battle for Azeroth. So everything works out in the end. Let's check this camp over here. Let's hope we get a chest. I'd love to get like a shotgun or something, or a rifle. Anything. Oh, I'm taking damage. Oh, it's the fire. Stand in fire and you will get burned. Yada yada yada. Come on, give me guns. You promised me guns. You promised 20 guns. Yeah, oh, it's empty again. I guess this time of the day, or on this server at least, it's pretty... Howdy! Howdy. Hey, Wills. How's it going? Can I tag along? I'm just gonna tag him for a while. Why does nobody use voice chat? Why am I the only douchebag in the game that's actually trying to communicate using in-game voice chat? Come on. I'm like the last person in any other game to do that, but I'm proactively trying to do it to show other people that can be a fun thing, and nobody's responding to it. Sad panda. Because I'm totally an introvert. I wouldn't do that in real life. So, doing that in a video game is it's just... I'm just trying to force the conversation between us. He doesn't want to talk. No one wants to talk. So there's no point putting like an in-game voice chat thing, right? So I see he has a mining pink over there. He probably knows a good spot. I'm just going to follow him. He's probably leading me on because he doesn't want me to know, or he doesn't want me to shoot him. I should probably just tell him, hey man, if you're worried about me shooting you, I do not have a gun. I just died and came back, so I lost all my stuff. I'm just following you to see where the good mining spot is for a video guide. Or are you heading back to town? Because that looks like what you're doing. You do know that the H key will summon your horse, right? Willis, can you hear me? Can you hear me, buddy? Can you see me? I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. That's... I give up. Acer Annoying says, you never played World of Warcraft? No, I have never played World of Warcraft beyond level 10 and beyond like the first map of the Alliance starter area. That's it. I just remember... I don't even remember much, to be honest, when it comes to World of Warcraft. Sonodin says The Elder Scrolls 3. Morrowind, I think... Not, am I getting shot at? I'm just gonna head down because I hear shots again. I don't want to die my horse. That's not a good sight. Alright. But yeah, I think he's talking about the expansion for The Elder Scrolls Online, which came out this year. Pung says, according to a video title I can see, World of Warcraft broke MMORPGs. You know, all these, I've got nothing against other, like, kind of YouTubers, you know, but those are clickbaity stuff. Unless they can, you know, they have a really good point for saying so. I wouldn't say WoW broke other MMORPGs. They set the standard for how theme parks should work. Theme park MMOs. That's, you know, that's what they sort of pioneered, I would say, or perfected that formula of a theme park MMO. So modern MMOs have a lot to I suppose say thank you to WoW for. But, you know, as other MMOs come along, they take stuff and they implement their own stuff, and there's I don't see the logic in that. Gigi Maestro says maybe Wills is a bot. Maybe he can't hear. Yeah, that's true, Hasanade. Maybe he turned off his voice or his in-game audio, whatever. Rico says, War of Warcraft. I can't believe I actually read that out. I don't know why I did that. And Graspy says, each race in Warcraft have their own star zones. I play human. Almost every time I try to WoW free trial or whatever, I always pick a human, and I always pick like a paladin or something. So I start at like the church area, and then I go out, and then I go do something with the training dummy, and I go kill goblins or something. That's how I remember it. I can't remember too much. Gabriel says, Adrian, damn, we should do leveling when WoW Classic launch. I agree. I'm gonna do all three, which is basically the vanilla WoW game all the way up to Legion. That's one review by itself, and then the classic WoW is gonna be another review. And then next year's Battle for Azeroth, and hopefully I'll have like an end game soon, and I would have already checked out like the end game and like PvP and everything. So yeah, by this time next year I would be I don't know. See, this year I did how many MMO reviews? ESO, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy, Albion, Secret World Legends, Neverwinter. Is that it? 6. So I did 6 MMO reviews this year. Next year, my goal is to double that. My plan is from February onwards, I'm gonna do 2 MMO reviews concurrently. So like on Saturday, I'll be like leveling review for game A, and then Sunday's gonna be a leveling review for game B. So in every month, you should get 2 MMO reviews instead of the 1 that I'm currently doing. Again, that's part of my plan to grow the channel and also give you guys more content so you guys don't wait longer between reviews. So by this time next year, I would have played a whole bunch of MMOs, man. I am looking forward to it. WoW Classic is at least 2 years out, says Graspy. Okay, cool. So I don't... That's one thing I can just chill out and just wait for. Nara says, shout Leroy Jenkins. Ace Annoying says, it will not be fun for new players. You're talking about the classic WoW. And I see your point. And, you know, I have a lot of ideas for content around that in terms of how to approach that, because I know when people make nostalgia servers, you cannot review them from a 2017 perspective. They're called nostalgia servers for a reason. And I understand that. I've been around MMOs long enough for me to make a good a distinction between the two and how to approach that content. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Nar says, I have one request if you go raiding in WoW. Shout Leroy Jenkins. Okay, got it. I didn't read the first part, Narish, but I can't do that. That's pretty much like trademark, right? By that one dude who just screwed up his whole raid. Graspy says they have not even hired a team for classic WoW yet. It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, if Blizzard, if the team behind Nostalgias can do it, Blizzard could just buy it off them, right? Snap Gaming has just subscribed to the channel. Hey, Snap Gaming. I'm not sure if you're watching the stream or you subscribe from another video. Just want to say thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you very much. I'm going to show you guys that spastic tree. Well, it's not spastic anymore. Oh, not again. Oh, crap. That was so close. If I got stuck to that thing again, I'd be so pissed. But there you go. That's what I'm talking about. In the distance, like a tree would just go crazy. And I can't zoom in because I don't have a gun. Well, I guess I'm done here. An hour and 30 minutes. Hassanuddin says to Ace or Annoying, actually, it will not be fun to the current WoW players who never play vanilla. The 50 DKP. Dragon Knight points. Or is it Dungeon? No, Dragon Knight points. Is it Dragon? Oh, man, DKP. Krignum says, I think it's not even a raid night. It was just a 5-man dungeon. Really? I remember seeing like a lot more people in that video. But yeah, gosh, I don't know. Maybe I should have started WoW all those years ago, but I was too cheap. Couldn't afford a subscription. Freedom says Ragnaros was hard. I will learn about all these things you guys are talking about in due time. But anyway, I think I'm done here. I am going to go and finish up my Guild Wars 2 video, and then I'm going to head to bed. Tomorrow's a work day for me. But that Guild Wars 2 video, for those of you that do play Guild Wars 2, Season 4 is coming on Tuesday. It's going to be free for you, all of you guys, if you log in during that time period, which I suggest you do. And I've got my video coming out hopefully tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow evening. So with that, just sharing some thoughts here about Wild West Online in this version of the alpha. I mean, it's been out for about a couple of weeks now or something. I think it was 12th of November when they opened up this 24/7. So what that means is, if you buy or if you have a founder's pack right now for Wild West Online, you can just log in as, anytime you want until they bring it down for maintenance. I just don't know how long it will be up for before it goes into another development stage or whatever, because right now, from what I saw in the forums, the Wild West Online team is gathering feedback on the current build in terms of how the PvP works, the bandit and outlaw system versus the deputy and sheriff system. That's what they're caring about the most. My feedback to them, which I will go and give, is more towards the PvE side of things. This is not something I would play on my own time. I would participate in the PvP if I get like a couple of friends, or I get into like a good gang or whatever, and we could just go and have fun with heists and take on robbing banks and stuff like that. That would be fun for me. But the PvE in this current state, just no interest whatsoever. Like, I'll do like a couple of quests just to get some cash, especially the ones that are easy, like just pick up like a barrel of powder and just move it down to the general store or whatever. That's easy, and that gets you like $25. So that's enough to buy ammo or whatever in case you died and you lost your gun and your ammo. Getting that quick cash is pretty easy if you just do those quests. But besides that, there's no point in doing them. There's no story. There's no the world here is not alive. It's not organic. It's not alive, and I wish there was like some life to it. And I guess a lot of that's going to come down to the players when we start inhabiting the world and we start making towns feel alive. But even then, with just a few of us in here, it just does not feel alive. I don't know how to explain it, but there's no pull. Like, in the States, like, you've got all these like abandoned western towns where they test bombs or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but it just feels like it. It just feels like one of those places, just abandoned. There's nothing going on. You don't see NPCs walking around. You don't see like chickens crossing the road. You don't see like dogs or cats. Or I think that kind of thing would put a lot of life into the game. And it could be a lot of work. It could be a lot of work for the developers, but I think it would just give it some sort of character. Because it does not feel like... It looks like the Wild West. It does not feel like the Wild West. It certainly is online, but... That's my 2 cents, and I will have to rewatch the stream and write down exactly what I said, because I won't remember it in the morning. So that's going to be my exact feedback to the developers. Alright then, last round of the chat. Gigi Meister says, was a 5-man dungeon, now it was a 10-man. Snap Gaming says, I'm feeling bad, hope watching your stream will make me feel better. Snap Gaming, I hope you feel better, man. Please feel better. It's a Sunday night for me over here. I'm not sure where you are, bro, but Hope everything is all right. I mean, I'm just about to end the stream, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, feel better, man. Acer Annoying says it was only hard because the game was tedious. Nick Scribe says, is World of Warcraft still subscription based? Yes, it is. Graspy says the Leroy Jenkins video was a raid in a classic. It's a 5-man run dungeon now, right? Because I did remember that. I did remember seeing like a lot of people there, But so they took that raid and made it a 5-man dungeon now. That's pretty interesting. Asana says they missed the teleport and don't have to walk across the map to go to the dungeons. Digimon says still sub but can buy with in-game gold. Yes, the WoW token. What is it? What's the average price of the WoW token? Is it like 40,000 gold or is it 50,000 gold? Because I've been hearing various reports. Like in the EU server is cheaper than the US server. I'm not sure, but that's not going to be a factor in me just picking a server. I'm definitely going to play on at least 2 to 3 different servers. That's my plan. I still haven't. I don't have a concrete plan yet. I still got to figure that out. Part of my homework for the next week is try to figure out what server and what faction and all that stuff. And you guys have been giving me so much good advice on my announcement video, and I want to thank all of you for that. That's super awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Quicknum says, I remember doing all the five men to get the gear for the Dragon Raid Molten Core. All right. On Onyxia, I know Onyxia. I actually have like the trading card raid. Like WoW has this card game, and you can buy like the Onyxia expansion pack and play with a couple of friends. That's pretty cool. Gigi Meister says it's why a lot of beta guilds play Alliance. Graspy says peace out all. Gabriel says, hey, read your Discord. Yes, I will check out my Discord before I hit the bed. Do not worry. Graspy says 185,000 for gold. Gold for token now. Holy shit! I thought it was 40,000. Okay, I must have been reading. Outdated information. So Hassanuddin says EU is 250,000 gold for the WoW token, while North America seems to be 140. Is that right? Or between 140 and 185. Okay, so I'll take that into consideration. Derp says, "Don't you dare play the Horde." I don't have a. Honestly, I am leaning more towards Alliance because that's I'm probably gonna play human. I'm boring like that. I know, but my that's who I am. I only play human race. I can't really I can't attach myself to anything other than humans. Like I've tried playing elves in the past. I've tried playing like hobbits or whatever, and I just can't get into it. So it's got to be human for me. So Alliance all the way. For the Alliance, yeah. I agree, Hassan, for the Lions, man. And Derp says, insane. Well, hopefully the I don't know. I mean, with the whole BlizzCon thing and all the hype and all the, expansions announced and everything, I guess that's why the prices increase, I suppose. Because, a lot of players are coming back yet. And Punk says, Jerem, you want to be the leader of your Discord yet? Yes, sir, please. If you could, send me that'll be great. So I can just tweak stuff up and rename stuff and, integrate it for something that's coming mid-December that I'm about to do, which would be pretty awesome. Queenum says Night Elf for the win. Alright, you guys, I could sit here and talk to you guys all day, but I gotta call it, and I just want to say thank you very much. Ace Annoying says Worgen, monster and human. What? A Worgen? Oh man, what's a Worgen? That's like a werewolf, isn't it? Because I was thinking of something else, but I think a Worgen is like the werewolf race, I think. Yeah. But anyway, hey, everybody in chat, thank you guys so much. This was so fun. I just love talking to you guys. Hopefully I'll see everybody for next weekend when we do World of Warcraft on Sunday, which is the 3rd of December. But on the 2nd, which is Saturday, we'll probably do like a late night chill stream, and we'll probably, hang around ESO and jump MMOs around and whatever. So it's going to be fun next weekend. But again, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight for the Wild West Online Early Access Alpha. I mean, I've really tried to show you guys what's up. It's just, it's not fun. It's just not. So I do apologize if you're expecting a super awesome, informative stream. I tried, but yeah. Also, Hassanuddin, dude, thank you so much for the donation, man. That means so much to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend if it's still not evening for you yet. And for those of you in my region, have a good night and a good week ahead. I will see you guys at the next video. And with that, I am now going, y'all. Laters.